Hello, guys, and welcome to Football Fandom UK. Hope you guys doing okay. So, after a marathon of the week doing Africa Cup of Nations games, we are here to watch along to Sunderland Hull, but with a relaxed attitude, so we can hear what you guys have got to say. As you guys have been wanting to talk UK football, and I haven't been able to talk about it much with the Africa Cup of Nations games going on. But the good news, guys, the good news with regards to the Africa Cup of Nations, to give you guys a little bit of insight, is the reason why we need to stick to the commentary through the games is the proof is in the pudding, guys. In the last 4 days, we've been doing a lot of Africa Cup of Nations, as you guys have obviously noticed. And the reason to stick to the commentary is because you get more subs, guys. As I've noticed this on a number of occasions, particularly in cup games, where you get a lot of subs because you're sticking to the commentary. And in the last 4 5 days, we have had 24 new subscribers to the channel. And bear in mind, guys, that under normal game circumstances, when we're doing normal league games, just league games, forget the cup games, forget the Champions League, just normal league games, to get 26 new subs would take us about 4 weeks, guys. So in 5 days, we have just got almost a month's worth of subscribers by sticking to the commentary on the Africa Cup of Nations games, which is why I keep trying to express to you guys about the commentary and how it's so important, because it actually does really help people see what we're about here on Fandom. They see that they're a positive chat. They see that they're going to get plenty of information about the games, and it encourages them to subscribe. So I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of insight. So hopefully you guys, I'm not going to try not to repeat myself. I'm just going to tell you guys as you join the show to watch back at the beginning, to obviously to try and get where I'm coming from. As I've always said to you guys, a big part of Fandom is involving you in Fandom. But obviously, when we get the knockout games and the knockout competitions, guys, I have noticed that one thing that really helps people or attract new subscribers is sticking to the commentary. And with the new subscribers, yes, they might not come into the chat straight away, but once they are new subscribers and they subscribe, they're going to come back and they're going to look again. And that's when they might come on to a game or a show where they're more interested to get involved in the chat. So I just wanted to give you guys that little bit of insight of why I've been insistent this week about trying to stick to the commentary as much as possible. It's not that I don't want to talk to you guys about UK football. I always want to talk to you guys about football, all aspects of football. But like I say, the evidence is right there with the fact that this week we've been able to keep focused on the games. And obviously, you guys been helping out brilliantly in the background, creating that positive community vibe in the chat. But subscribers clicking in is a good sign, guys. It's a good sign we're stepping forward and we're moving forward. So I just wanted to stress the point. I wanted to express it to you guys. But I also wanted to say thank you for your understanding and your support as we continue to get Fandom heading in the right direction. Remember, guys, this is just the start. This is just the start in the future. But at the moment, we're just getting things going. And that is why, as I've said on a number of occasions, why we're doing a lot of match watch-alongs to help make it easier for fans to find us. So we're going to be watching along to the game, guys, as I say, but we are going to also be mainly focusing on trying to read out the comments from you guys, give you guys the chance to express your thoughts, feelings, opinions about all football in the UK, outside of the UK, whatever it is you guys want to talk about football, now is the time. This is the show for you guys to express your thoughts and opinions. So before we get started, let me just quickly get the team news for anybody the new that's joining. There we go. So I'm going to put that on the screen, but I'm going to slim it down if I can, and then I'm going to come to the chat. So just bear with me a second, guys. There we go. Yeah, is that right? Is that the one I want? Oh, that one. No, I think it's that one. Yep, it's that one. So there we go, guys. So we're off and underway for the second half. As I say, guys, I'm going to keep you up to date what's going on in the game best I can, but I'm more interested in giving you guys the chance to have your opinions heard on this show. So let's go to the chat. See that Jamie's been waiting. Apologies, Jamie. I just wanted to express that point and show my appreciation to you guys. If you're just joining, please do watch back the beginning of this show as I've just given you guys a little bit of insight into Fanden and how things work and what we're trying, how we're making steps in the right direction. So please do when we finish the show, guys. Please do go back to the beginning and just watch that first couple of minutes, and you'll get my point of view. So yeah, we're off and underway for the second half. Hull with the possession. How you doing, Jamie? Jamie saying, "All right, mate. How's it going, Jamie? Good to see you, mate. Hope you having a good Friday evening, sitting on the sofa, chilling out with a beer. As I know you said your lady was going out for a drink with friends. So I'm presuming you've got the feet up and a nice cold one at the side here watching the football. So welcome to the show, Jamie. Sorry to keep you sorry to only just replying there, mate. But thank you for being patient there, Jamie, and waiting for me to come to the chat. So Hull's just knocking it about at the moment inside their own half. Ken is with us. How's it going, Ken? Ken saying, hi, Jamie. Hope you are fine. Awesome. Thank you, Ken. Loving the positive vibes. Welcome to the show, Ken. Hope you're doing well, mate. Thank you for that. And Jamie saying, all right, Ken, I'm all right. Now, what about you? Good to hear. Thank you for that, Jamie. I did start the stream earlier, guys. I thought you guys might have been in here chatting amongst yourselves. That's why I set it up before I took my lady to work, so that you guys could at least use the chat to talk. Because I don't always have to be live for you guys to talk in the chat. So yeah, Sunderland have won back the ball here. Ken is saying, I am fine, but maybe not getting, not get a non-league footy match Saturday. Yeah, a lot of frozen pitches, isn't there, Ken? A lot of yeah, a lot of frozen pitches. I was expressing this to you guys. I was trying to express to you guys the other day about obviously some aspects of what Fonden's about. But yeah, I think that's one thing that if we can build Fanden and we can get plenty of fans interested and we can start to create a voice, a better voice for Fanden. I think one thing that may do in the future is write to the EFL and ask them why they're not doing more to invest in lower league clubs in respect of the pitch, in respect of the pitch infrastructure. Because I was having a conversation with somebody about this a couple of months back, but the problem is the money's not filtering down. Now, I'm sure you guys agree as fans, we're not expecting to see fans, see the FA just hand out money to lower league clubs willy nilly. We're not expecting that. But what we could be seeing, guys, is the FA and the Premier League starting to drip feed money down to these lower league clubs to help them improve their pitch infrastructure. So that we get less games called off. Because as Kenny's pointing out there, a lot of non-league games this weekend are being called off because of frozen pitches of all things. In the 21st century, can you believe that, guys? In the 21st century, we're still having the problem with frozen pitches. It's madness, isn't it? Hull are currently in possession. Oh, they've worked it out on that far side. There's a cross coming into the box here, but it's gone straight out of play. And that will be possession back with Sunderland. Coach Zach, how you doing, mate? Welcome to the show. Coach Zach saying hello to my good friend, USA Zacharias. I can never read the second name. Papin Papinkulos. Is that correct? Am I pronouncing that correctly, mate? Papikulus. USSF. So thank you for that, Coach Zach. Welcome to the show, mate. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're having a good day. And good to see you, mate. What have you been up to? Are you enjoying your week so far? As you're just joining us, guys, we are watching along to the game, but as I said at the start of the show, because we're picking it up halfway through, this show's more about giving you guys the chance to come and express your football opinions. So please fire away, guys. You keep guys wanting to be talking UK football all the week. Now is your opportunity. This is the show for you guys to talk what you want. Bring it on. Talk about Reading. Talk about whatever it is you guys want to talk about in UK football. I want to hear your thoughts. Ken is saying, "Hi, Coach Zach. Are you fine?" Awesome. Thank you, Ken. It's awesome. Thank you for that, mate. Jamie's saying it's mad in it. Um, yeah, with the frozen pitches. I think that's what Jamie's referring to. Thank you for that, mate. Mad in it. Yeah, it is. Um, I think. Well, one thing that, as I said a minute ago, I think it's absolutely crazy when we're seeing the amount of money in the Premier League, mate. And then Premier League clubs, absolute millionaire clubs, Champions League, millionaire clubs, and they can't feed some of that money down to the lower leagues to sort out this frozen pitch situation. For crying out loud, guys, we've still got clubs in League Two and League One calling games off because of frozen pitches. Are we being serious? Surely, when they're saying, "Oh, we're pumping money down and we're filtering down, we're sending money down to the lower league," are you? Are you? Because if you are, surely now in the 21st, what are we now? 2024, and yet still in League One, which is only two divisions below the Premier League. Or well, yeah, two divisions below the Premier League, the second division below the Premier League. Um, Still, we're having clubs in that league calling off games because of frozen pitches. This is an example of the fact that the money is not filtering down properly, guys. Because if it was, surely League One clubs should not be having issues in this day and age with frozen pitches. Um, Fair enough if the undersoil heating breaks or something like that, that'd be a one-off, wouldn't it? But to have games still being called off in League One and League Two because of frozen pitches is an absolute disgrace. And if we can't get League One and League Two clubs getting problems solved with pitches, then how the heck are we ever going to get this problem solved lower down in non-league? So it's just absolute madness, isn't it, guys? Ken is saying freezing cold. Yeah, it is a bit fresh, Ken. You're right, mate. It is a bit fresh. Um, but I don't mind it. I'm just trying to. Well, obviously, it's not. I'd be prefer if it was gorgeous sunshine, but it's not. So you have to make the best of it, mate. Yeah, I always try to just think. I just try to remind myself with a cold. There's a lot, Germany, Poland, Czech Republic, Finland, Sweden, all these countries get much colder temperatures than we do in winter. We're quite blessed with the Gulf Stream taking the edge off it, guys, really. Yeah, I don't mind it too much. I try and tough it out, really, and not let it get to me too much. But I know what you mean. It is a bit fresh. Jamie is saying, what do you think of VAR? Well, actually, I think that the VAR is fine. I think it's the problem that it's the way it's being used. It's the way it's being used, and the people that are using it. All that VAR is showing to me is the incompetence of the refereeing structure. That's all it's doing. The longer it goes on, the more mistakes we keep seeing, the more misuse of VAR, or the more dependency. I mean, come on, guys, it's only been going what 2 years, and already you're starting to see referees become dependent on it. Should we be going down that road? Should we be really letting referees become dependent on the VAR technology? Shouldn't we be still encouraging referees to, use it when they need it, not depend on it? Do you get what I mean? So what I'm trying to say is if it's a no-brainer, let's say it's an offside and you can clearly see it's offside, everybody in the stadium can see it's offside, then it's offside. Why do you need to go and use the technology to check that out? Sure we should have some faith in our referees that they're intelligent enough to judge an obvious offside or an obvious free kick. The VAR should be there to assist them. That was how it was introduced, but already we're seeing that referees are becoming dependent on it, even at this early stage. So for me, mate, Jamie, in answer to your question, I don't think the VAR is too big of a problem. I think the problem is how it's being used, and as I say, the fact that referees, when it's still new, it's still quite new to the game, and yet we're seeing referees be dependent on it, or starting to depend on it, not trusting their own judgment as much. Um, and that, like I say, all it does is highlight the incompetency of the referee structure for me, I think. What do you think of it, Jamie? Let me know what you think of it. But for me, I think at the moment it's impacting football in the wrong way too much because we're talking about it too much. Everybody's talking about it, and I've been since it was introduced. But for me, I think the reality is um, we need to get the FA to start letting referees referee the game. The last word, what I'm trying to say, the last word for me should be the referee. It shouldn't be a computer. It should be the referee. Because at the end of the day, even technology, as we've seen in its early stages, we've seen that the technology can also get it wrong. So how can you totally depend on a system of VAR when we've seen that the technology can even be wrong sometimes? Was it the incident in the Tottenham game with Liverpool? I can't remember now. A few months back, earlier on at the start of the season, there was a big incident, and it was proved that VAR had got it wrong. But I don't think it was that, as I say, but there was a question mark about the VAR, but it was also a question mark about how they'd interpreted it. Do you know how they'd interpreted what VAR was showing them? And so, for me, I think we need to just just pull back a little bit from being reliant on it and let the referee continue to be the main man, the one that makes the final decision, until we've ironed out the wrinkles, so to speak. Because let's be honest, there's still wrinkles in the VAR structure. There's still question marks about moving forward, and this is where they're showing that that their lack of intelligence. If you introduce something new, then whenever you introduce something new, if you build one type of ship for 100 years and then suddenly you build a brand new type of ship, yeah, there's going to be teething problems because it's brand new. So there's going to be teething problems. This is where it gets me, where they don't show this intelligence to just come out right at the start and say, right, we're going to introduce VAR. There's going to be teething problems, so we're not going to trust in it totally for the first 4 years or something. We're going to use it as a guidance until we iron out the wrinkles, till we figure out the where it's good and where it's bad. Do you get what I mean? And like I said to you guys, it's like anything new. When you get something brand new, there's always teething problems. Uh, so for me, I mean, an example, guys, Concorde. You look at Concorde. When they made Concorde, they flew it for about 2 years, test flying it before they actually put it into service. Why? To iron out the wrinkles, because they knew it was a brand new aeroplane design and it was going to have some teething troubles. So they spent the first 2 years after they made the first one just testing it, just flying it up, testing it, landing it, taking it off again, flying it, landing it, testing it. They just keep repeating that cycle for 2 years to iron out all the wrinkles. So if an aerospace engineer who's a professional can have the intelligence to work out that, why can't the football officials? Why can't the FA? For crying out loud, guys, the FA's been 150 years old. You know what I mean? They've introduced new things in the past, so why can't they have the intelligence to recognize this is brand new? So we're not going to tell the people we're depending on. We're going to tell the people, we're going to tell the fans that we're going to drip feed it into football, and you gradually feed it in, and you gradually become or rely on it. That's my thinking. But there's no common sense being shown to acknowledge this simple thing. You bring something brand new in, there is going to be teething troubles. It's common sense. Instead, they've brought it in, they've introduced it. We're all starting to trust it. We're all starting to rely on it. And now, when there is something that's decided wrong, bang, there's a big debate. It's all over the papers. It's all over the news. And, like I said, right at the top, I think that what it highlights is the incompetency of the football refereeing structure. But great question. Thank you for that, Jamie. Sorry to rabbit on a bit, mate. Jamie saying, look at City. They just got a player for £40 million. That is man. Oh, Sunderland just crossed it into the ball. They've got the what? This man, that is a man. Looking at City, they just got a player for £40 million. That man, right? Okay, Jamie. Let's have a quick scout if I can find anything about what you're talking about, because I'm not sure there. Let's have a quick look in the transfer. Interesting. I'm just reading this, guys. What's come up on my feed straight away when I've clicked in to read about transfers. I don't know if you guys have heard about this. Jurgen Klopp invites Sven-Goran Eriksson to spend day with Liverpool. That's quite interesting, guys. You heard about this? Klopp has invited Sven-Göran Eriksson to Liverpool's training ground for the day. It says here, Jurgen Klopp invites Sven-Göran Eriksson with open arms to spend a day at Liverpool after the former England manager announced he was a Liverpool fan following his terminal cancer diagnosis. I didn't know he'd been diagnosed with cancer either. So are you guys hearing that about Sven-Göran Eriksson? That's quite interesting. Thoughts are with him now if he's battling cancer. That's cruel. So what we're looking for now, when did this happen, Jamie? When did this happen? I'm looking now for the timeline. Bayern Munich are interested in signing Newcastle and England right back Kieran Trippier. Oh, are you hearing this, guys? Bayern Munich interested in buying Kieran Trippier. That could be a big loss for Newcastle, but Newcastle don't have to sell, do they? So the ball is in their court, but then obviously with the player, it all balls down to the player, doesn't it? With these transfers, will the player push for the move? So looking, lower it, heads back to Rangers from Hearts. So Hearts have confirmed Alex Lowry has returned to Rangers. The forward had been on loan from the Ibrox side since August of last year, making 17 appearances in Maroon and scoring 1 goal. Oh, that's interesting. Appel joins Charlton on loan from Ipswich. I'm reading through these guys because I've been missing so much of the transfer news with going on, doing so many games recently. Tottenham have signed Set of Noosa. Oh, sorry. Tottenham have sights set on Noosa. I'm not finding anything what this player, what you mean in Jamie. I'm not seeing nothing here for United. Joseph signs new to long-term deal with Leeds. Cardiff, no. Robertson, no. Chelsea to recall Casida. Motherwell, Holiday moved to Motherwell. Henderson insists finance is not behind Ajax move. Has he moved to Ajax now? Jordan Henderson says finances considerations had nothing to do with his decision to join Ajax instead of returning to the Premier League. No more like he doesn't want to play against Liverpool. I think that's more the truth, isn't it? Charlton signed Edison Green from Huddersfield. Well, I'm not sure. When did this happen, James? Jamie, I'm not seeing this United thing that you're meaning, mate. So Jamie's saying what? Yesterday. Right. That's why I'm looking today's transfers. I thought it was the what? Right. So what play did you give me a name? Why is that gone small? Looking at City, they're just got a player for £40 million. So right. So yeah, I was looking for it. Well, I didn't see City in that list either. There then. Jamie's saying I never liked VAR. I never liked VAR. Let me turn that down a minute. They do need to update it before Euros this year. If not, can only see fans be more mad of it. That do you know what? That's a very interesting point, that Jamie. Absolutely, yeah. That's a great point, mate. That's a very good point, actually, Jamie. Do you know what? The only thing I would say to that is that it was used okay when it was first introduced. Do you remember it was first tested properly in a World Cup, and I think it was used okay there. It was used okay. There was not too many problems with it when they used it in the World Cup. I think the problems have become highlighted more since they've actually introduced it into almost every league across Europe now, or at least every top league. But you're absolutely right. You make a great point. If the problems that we've seen this season with the VAR and the way it's used creep into the Euros, then I think you're right. I think fans are going to get really mad and really frustrated with it. Although I think the VAR's been more questioned in the Premier League. I don't know. Let me know, you guys. Do you think it's been more questioned in the Premier League than the Champions League, the way it's being used? What do you guys think? But great point. Thank you for that, Jamie. That's a great point, mate. Coach Zach is saying, Papiniculus, Papiniculus, Greek names are harder to pronounce. Hello to you all. Well, thank you for that, Coach Zach. Thank you, mate. Yeah, you're absolutely right. But I do like Greece. I mean, I'm not great with Greek names, but I've been to a lot of Greek places. I've been to Zakynthos. I've been to Corfu. I've been to what's the other place called now? Thessalonica. I've been there. That's mainland Greece. So I've been to Greece a few times, mate. It's a beautiful country. I love Greece. I love the people. I don't particularly like the fact that there's a lot of people out there in poverty, and that doesn't get highlighted in Greece. A lot of people really struggling financially in Greece. It's a really poor country in the center of the country. There's a lot of poverty, and such a shame to see so many people in what is, in hardship in a country that's part of Europe. It's a bit of a shame. But yeah, absolutely. Thank you for that, Coach Zach. Ken is saying VAR is not used in non-league football. I enjoy games for far more minus VAR. Okay, thank you, Ken. Thank you for that, mate. So, Ken, obviously, can you watch a lot of non-league football, mate? Have you heard anything mentioned about VAR potentially being introduced into non-league football? I think the only reason it's not being introduced is the money. That's the only reason, mate. The only reason it's not being introduced uh, into the lower leagues is simply because of the money, because it'll cost a small fortune to fit all the technology, and obviously the clubs down in the lower leagues just haven't got the money to pay for it. They just haven't got the money to pay for that. How can they pay for that? And why should they pay for that when they can't even uh, afford to pay out for the pitches to be sorted out so that the pitches don't freeze up in winter? So yeah, thank you for that, Ken. Interesting point. Let me know if you've heard anything about VAR being introduced in the lower leagues, though. That's good point. Thank you, Ken. Ken saying, Gaz, on a rant. No, I'm not. No, I'm not ranting, mate. I'm being expressive. I'm expressing my opinion passionately. That's what I'm all about. Jamie is saying, yeah, I see that. Okay, thank you, Jamie. Yesterday on Wednesday. Okay, so I'll have another look. Let me just quickly welcome the Part Sport. How you doing, Part Sport? Welcome to the show, mate. Hope you're doing well, and hope you've had a good week, mate. Welcome to the show. Thank you, Part Sport. So yeah, James saying yesterday or Wednesday. Okay, mate. Well, I'll have a quick nosy now, see if I can find it. Where are we? So we're looking for City, aren't we? Man United has project to hit its first major stumbling block. Oh, that's about the ladies. Will Sheffield United? I presume you've seen this, mate. Sheffield United, Wilder. Sheffield United need decent offer for Ahmed Amadou Amaduzi. Amaduzic. How do you pronounce that? Latest from Sky is Chris Wilder has said it will take a decent offer to sell centre back Anil Amadizic. I can't pronounce that, guys. I'm sorry, apologies. I'm presuming you know who I mean, Jamie. Amid interest from Nepal. So Nepal interested in your centre back for Sheffield United. Apparently understood the Italian club are willing to pay around £17 million to sign him after missing out on Radu Dragusin to Tottenham earlier this month. The Blades are aware of Nepal's interest and speculation around his future, but Wilder believes it is just noise at this stage of the window. Yeah, but you can't be that dismissive, because you don't want to ignore it and then Nepal come in for him right late on in the window and then you've got no time to replace him. So That's a bit naive, a little bit, I think, from Chris Wilder to not be looking ahead and thinking, well, hang on a minute, if they want him, you better come and get him now. If you're prepared, that's obviously if Sheffield are prepared to sell him. But if they are prepared to sell him, they need to get it done now, so you got a chance to try and replace him. Um, just putting it off like that and just saying it's rumored. Nah, that's asking for trouble if you ask me. The Blades are so I read that. The Yorkshire club are understood to be closing in on two new additions, although Wilder said he is frustrated they have not been able to register them in time to play against West Ham on Sunday. So two new players coming in at Sheffield United. Oh, Hull's just scored a goal. Hull have just smashed the ball into the back of the net to take the lead. 70 minutes gone, guys. And Hull have taken the lead against Sunderland. And don't they look plonkers with the McVitie's symbol on the back of the shirt? What brainstormer came up with that? Why would you wear a football shirt? Fans, I wouldn't buy that shirt. If I was a Hull fan, I would not buy that shirt. Why would you want a shirt with McVitie's written on the back of it? And it's not just McVitie's written on the back of it, it's the full logo. It looks stupid. Oh my God. So we were looking for the City thing here. West Ham. Moyes gives nothing away about West Ham Phillips' interest. No. Paris joins Sudbury Splash. Smith Rowe not expected to leave despite Premier League interest. Hodgson remains coy on Kevin Phillips links. Rodgers not aware of interest in Celtic O'Reilly. So I'm not finding it here. I'm looking for City, aren't we? Arteta, I love the player. We have him. Yeah. I'm ready. I'm really happy with Smith Rowe, Arsenal says. So I'm not finding. Could Salah AFCON injury end Liverpool's title hopes? Now, that's a debate for another day, I think. See if it is actually. Anderson, Ajax move, perfect option. 3 clubs went to Brentford. Bradford's younger. 3 clubs want Bradford's youngster. West Ham deal for Smith Rowe unlikely. Charles extends Chelsea deal until 2027. West Ham interest in Smith Rowe loan. Hodgson Palace working hard to bring in a couple of players. I'm not aware of this City thing. Wolves winger to join Villa on loan. Iderville dismisses what now? Real Madrid. Real Madrid after an Arsenal player. Nuno ready for anything on transfer deadline day. I'm not finding anything City here. Come on. Newcastle in talks with Joe Linton over new deal. Where are we? No, I'm not seeing anything here, mate. Sorry, just bear with me. I'm just scrolling through, guys, looking for this. Nothing here showing City. What time frame we're on there? 13 hours ago. I could be looking through this for hours. Oh, yeah. Paris, Barca and Atletico join Juventus and Newcastle in Phillips chase. Kevin Phillips, Barcelona, Atletico Madrid among 6 clubs interested in signing Manchester City midfielder. Not finding anything. I'll have to. What's the player's name, Jamie? What's the player's name, mate? I can't find it. Let us know the player's name. Where was it up to? Whoa, you guys been chatting. Jamie is saying, what gets me mad? Hang on a minute, guys. There we go. Sorry about that. Jamie's saying, what gets me mad? FA Cup, but that's because big teams on TV, but not giving to little teams. It's sad City and Tottenham don't need no more money, but they are them on next Friday night. Yes, I totally agree. Absolutely, Jamie. Yeah, well said, mate. Well said. The FA, mate. Unfortunately, the FA Cup games, the way they're being played is because the BBC have got control of the FA Cup. They don't want other TV companies sharing it, so they make sure that they just box off the games. They don't even let the clubs show the games, mate. They just want it boxed off so that they get maximum revenues and maximum views. And why? Because they can't compete with the Premier League. So they're hanging on to the FA Cup like a child holding onto its bottle, if you like, or its bag of sweets. They don't want to let it go. They're boxing it off. And like I say, it's a disgrace. I think it's wrong that they don't even let the clubs play the game on the club channels. That's just an absolute joke. But yeah, well said, Jamie. The FA Cup is becoming a bit of a farce because of the BBC with the TV rights, unfortunately. Jamie is saying, I never see him play before for Blades. I've never seen him play before for... right. Well, apparently, I don't know where it's gone now. But yeah, as I say, if he's never played, how could he be worth so much money then? What, 17 million pounds, I think it said, didn't it? Was it 17 million pounds that Nepal was prepared to offer? So that seems a bit strange that he's never played before, or it might be just that you've not seen him play for Sheffield United up until now. I don't know why, but where's he gone? Yeah, no, not that one. I don't know where it's gone now. Oh, there we go. Well, it looks like Sheffield are looking, because it says here Sheffield United manager Chris Wilder is also looking to add a defender to his squad, and he's interested in a loan deal for Mason Holgate. Holgate is currently on loan at Southampton from Everton. So did you know that, Jamie? I'm not sure if you know that. So they're clearly club planning to reshuffle things at the back. Thank you for that, Jamie. Dave, how you doing, mate? Dave saying hi, Gaz and everyone. How you doing, Dave? Welcome to the show, mate. Good to have you with us. Bit of insight into you guys on this thingy. When you finish watching the stream later, please do go back and watch the first couple of minutes of the stream. Some interesting information there for you guys if you want to hear it. I'm not going to repeat myself, but just a bit of insight into this week and what we've achieved. So if you guys want to watch the first 3 or 4 minutes of the stream later on, after the live stream's finished, then you'll see what I mean. So thank you for that, Dave. Welcome to the show, mate. We are watching along to Sunderland Hull, but I'm more focused on answering you guys' comments on this live stream, mate. So welcome to the show, Dave. Hope you're having a good Friday night. The Part Sport saying, what language does Malta speak? Oh, Spanish? English. No, it's English, isn't it? Yeah, Malta's English, isn't it? Malta English, because it used to be part of the used to be years ago. Used to be part of the British Empire, so it speaks English, mate. As far as I'm aware, anyway. Although I do think they have their own language as well, like a local language. But I know they do speak fluently English. So Part Sport saying, to Dave, yes, Dave. Thank you, Part Sport. Kent is saying Maltese or English. Yeah, that's it, Maltese. Yeah, well done. Thank you, Kent. Thank you, mate. I knew they had their own. I knew they had their own language. I just didn't think what it was called. But yeah, you're right. It's Maltese, isn't it? Yeah, Maltese. So thank you for that, Kent. Dave is saying the Part Sport thumbs up. Awesome. Thank you, Dave. Nice one, mate. Loving the positive vibes. Jamie saying hi. Hi, Part Sport. Awesome. Thank you, Jamie. And Jamie also saying hi to Dave. Loving the positive vibes. Thank you, Jamie. Top man. And Part Sport saying yes, Jamie. Thank you, Part Sport. And Kent is saying hi, Dave. Hi, the Part Sport. Awesome. Thank you, Ken. And the Part Sport saying, yeah, Ken, my boat. Thank you, Part Sport. Loving the positive vibes from all you guys. Top stuff, guys. Top stuff. Ken saying Dave. Okay, Dave said 2-1 Sunderland, full time, I think. Well, it's 1-0 Hull at the moment. We're on just coming up towards 80 minutes gone. Sunderland have got a free kick on the far side of the field, just outside the Hull box. So let's see what happens with this free kick. So Sunderland are about to take this free kick. Ball crossed in. It's headed away. Sunderland picking it up further up the field as they knock it back towards goal. Oh, they're coming to the box. So they get, well, Hull doing some last-ditch defending here, but eventually Sunderland have ended up blasting it behind. So thank you for that, Dave. So Sunderland have knocked it out of play. That'll be a goal kick to Hull. Part Sports saying, what is the score? It's currently Sunderland 0, Hull City 1. 80, well, just coming up towards 81 minutes gone. Dave saying, hi, Jamie. Awesome. Thank you, Dave. And Dave also saying, hi, Ken. Awesome. Thank you, mate. And yeah, Ken also saying, are you good, Dave? Awesome. Thank you, Ken. Loving the positive vibes. You guys absolutely class. Dave saying score is 1-0 to Hull at the moment. The Part Sport. Thank you, Dave. Part Sport saying thank you, Dave, bro. Top stuff, guys. Now, Hull just taking this goal kick. They're finally kicked it up the field. Both sets of players challenging for it on that far side. Sunderland have won the possession, and now they play it all the way back to the goalkeeper. Dave is saying, I'm as good as I can be. Thanks, Ken. Hope you're okay, bud. Awesome. Thank you, Dave. Jamie is saying, Jeremy Daku, not sure where he's from. I just said it, didn't I just read it out? Where did I say now? Chris Wilder is closely defended with the squad, interested in dealing Mason. Who did you say? I can't remember. Was that the other player I mentioned? Well, I know this Mason Holgate is currently at Southampton on loan from Everton. But obviously, that's a different player that you're mentioning now. I must have mentioned him earlier on, mate. If you just join us, guys, please do hit the like button. Drop your comments in the chat. We are watching along to Sunderland v Hull as Hull have just made a substitution there. But also mainly focused tonight on reading out your comments as you guys not been able to express your football opinions as easily this week with a lot of the Africa Cup of Nations games going on here on Fanden. So tonight's show is more about you guys getting your opinions heard. Ken is saying, tired, but enjoyed today. Awesome. Thank you, Ken. Well, I'm glad to hear you've had a good day, mate. Ken saying, I really am a morning person. Yeah, I'm actually a night owl, me, but thank you for that. That's probably because I'm always working late into the night. But thank you for that, Ken. Sunderland are knocking the ball out wide to this near side as trying to come forward into the box here, but Hull have just come out and pressed the ball. Sunderland trying to work it into the box. Hull have intercepted it there as they knocked it up the field and out of play on this near side for a throw into Sunderland on the halfway line. Dave saying Millwall signed Tottenham right back on loan for the rest of the season. Tom Ganga and the Charlie Croswell Charlie Croswell has fell through. Right. Well, thank you for that, Dave. That's interesting. Where's that? Is that right back? So right back. So where was Charlie Croswell? So that deal not happening. But is the club still looking for somebody else instead of Charlie Croswell? Dave, if you could let us know, mate. But thank you for that. Very informative bit of transfer news. Come on, guys. Tell me what your club is doing transfer-wise. I've got loads of transfer information, but it took me ages to read through it all. So tell me what your club is doing in the transfer window. Want to hear it? Share it with the Fanden community so we all know what your club is up to in the transfer window. Part Sports saying, agree, Ken. Okay, thank you for that. Thank you, Part Sport. Dave is saying, hi, coach. If you're still in the chat, awesome. Thank you, Dave. Loving the positive vibes. Thank you, mate. Patty, how you doing, mate? Welcome to Football Fandom UK. Patty saying hi. How you doing, mate? Welcome to Football Fandom UK. Good to have you with us, Patty. What club do you support, mate? Would you let us know what club you support? As I say, pleasure to have you with us, and I'm sure the regular Fandeners will make you welcome in the Fanden community chat. Thank you for dropping in, mate. As I say, please do let us know what club you support. Sunderland have won a corner on the far side of the field. Part Sport saying hi, Pat. Awesome. Thank you, Part Sport. Top stuff, mate. Thank you for that. And Dave, I'll read that in a sec. As Sunderland taking this corner. Corner comes in. It's headed out wide on this near side. Sunderland just keeping it in there. Now Sunderland knocking it towards the edge of the box. Ball crossed in. And it's knocked away again. Hull under the cosh here as Sunderland take it to the byline. And another corner on the far side for Sunderland. Davey's saying, Gaz, I heard you say about the start of the stream, and I totally agree with you 100%. We are here for you and your channel. Is there any chance of Stevie or anyone working in the background highlights? Anyone working in the back? Oh, the corner just come in and the goalkeeper's got it at the near post. Sorry, mate, Stevie or anyone working in the background. Highlight. How do you mean highlight? Well, thank you very much, Dave. That's very kind of you. I'm sorry, I'm struggling to understand the last bit. Stevie or anyone. Well, I am actually looking for somebody to work with, somebody to obviously bring in, to get involved as part of the team, if you like, working with me on and off camera. But unfortunately, a lot of people are scared of the camera, mate. So or they don't want to be on camera. So that makes it a lot difficult. I've got a few people. Stevie helps quite a bit in the background. My missus helps in the background. Even my cousin helps out in the background. But none of them want to be on camera, mate. I can't make them. I'm not going to try because obviously I appreciate the help that they do give. But yeah, I'm hoping to find somebody that can help out on the channel in the future. I've been looking for other YouTubers that have got a good team mentality to work with. But unfortunately, I'm struggling at the moment to find good YouTubers to work with. Everybody I've asked, believe me, I've asked loads of friends and family, but a lot of my friends don't like football. Believe it or not, guys, because I've got other interests besides football. One of my biggest interests is motorbikes. And a lot of my friends are into motorbikes, but they just don't like football. So they're not interested. I believe me, I've tried. But I'll keep working towards it, mate. I'll keep working. I'll do the best I can. But with regards to the match watch-alongs, as I say, I'm always happy to read out your comments from you guys. It's just when it's cup games, and particularly, obviously, one-off tournaments like the Africa Cup of Nations that are once every couple of years. With those kind of games, that's why it's kind of important that I try to focus on the commentary for big spells of the live stream. But it's fine if I need to, guys. All I'd start doing to make it balance out is either coming on a little bit earlier or staying on at the end of streams for an extra half an hour to obviously read out comments. But the problem is when you've got an Africa, like a competition like the Africa Cup of Nations, you've got one game coming after another, after another, after another. There isn't time to do an extra half an hour because when you finish one game, literally, you've got half an hour or an hour to switch to the next game. And I've always got to refresh because you have limits on the streams. When you stream through these platforms, you have a maximum period of time that you can stream for before you've got to refresh it. So unfortunately, I do have to obviously switch to a new stream to start a new game. And plus, I need to do that anyway to attract new fans with a different thumbnail. But yeah, thank you, Dave. Very kind of you to say. I am working on it, mate. As I've said to pure loyalist a while back. I've got a plan of how I'm building Fanden. It's one step at a time. And at the minute, obviously, I know the steps might seem a little bit frustrating for you guys at the minute with me just doing match watch along, match watch along, match watch along. But believe me, guys, I've got a lot of ideas for the future of Fanden. But unfortunately, I can only do so much on my own. But thank you, Dave, for your understanding. Most streams, when it's league games, stuff like that, the genuine run of the mill, I'm always happy to read out comments. And even in cup games, I'm happy to read out comments. All I was pointing out is that just when it's a competition like this, where it's outside of the UK, particularly like with the Africa Cup of Nations, if we're going to get people to actually be interested in what we're doing, we've got to show some interest in what they're doing, if you get my meaning. So, after fans of African football, for them to become interested in us and the Fandom project, and obviously they might be interested in the Premier League already, but there's a billion channels out there on YouTube covering the Premier League, isn't there? So they can go to any channel for that. But the point is, what I'm trying to get at, without going all around the houses, the point I'm trying to make is, if we want to attract fans to Fanden through the Africa Cup of Nations, there's a reason fans are clicking into our channel when we're on the Africa Cup of Nations, because they're interested in the Africa Cup of Nations. So for us to get them interested in us, we need to kind of be talking about the Africa Cup of Nations on a stream that's about the Africa Cup of Nations. And because I've been doing that this week, and you guys have been amazingly supportive of it, it's meant that I've been able to focus on the game. And as I said before, go guys, go check out the first 2-3 minutes of this stream. I expressed to you why we've been focusing on the matches, and what we've achieved this week is amazing. Amazing. We've achieved in this week with subscribers what would normally take us 4 weeks. We've had as much as 24 new subscribers this week, guys, because of focusing on the Africa Cup of Nations and the fantastic atmosphere that you guys have been creating in the community chat, and also understanding the great understanding you guys have shown with the fact that I've needed to try and stay focused on the Africa Cup of Nations in those streams. So big thank you to you guys for that. And thank you, Dave. Very kind of you to say, mate. I just want to, before I get back to the football chat, guys, I just want to add one more thing to that. I will be eventually introducing other types of shows, so that will give me plenty of time to talk to you guys away from games. It's just I'm trying to increase the audience so that when we do those kind of shows, we're going to get at least 100 views or around that. Because every time I've experimented or tested those streams up to now, we haven't got anywhere near 100 views. So that's because they're community shows. So obviously you guys come in, but we haven't got 100 people yet that regularly come and get involved in the community, if you get what I mean. So obviously that's why I keep chipping away at the match watch alongs, to hopefully attract more people to the community aspect, because you're going to get people that want to just know about the football, just want to listen to the in the background, but you're also going to get other people that want to come and be part of the Fanden community, and that's obviously one of the big things that we're looking for. But it's going to take time. But thank you for that, Dave. You are a gentleman. Really appreciate your kind words, mate. Thank you for the understanding. Ken is saying, hi, Pat. Hi, Patty. Thank you, Ken. Awesome. Thank you, mate. Loving the positive vibes. The Part Sport saying, are you new here, Patty? Yes, Patty is brand new to Fandom. Patty saying, yeah, it was in my recommended screen. Well, thank you for clicking in, Patty. Normally we do concentrate on the game a lot of the time, but as I've just been saying to the guys, we've been doing a lot of games this week. So, and normally I wouldn't pick up a game halfway through either. But because of the fantastic support all the Fandeners have been showing, and obviously you don't know what a Fandener is, but a Fandener is you guys. A Fandener is you guys that show up and come and get involved in the Fanden community regular. That's what we call you here on Fanden. You're part of Fanden, so you are a Fandener. So the Fandeners have been coming in the streams this week while I've been focusing on the extra games with the Africa Cup of Nations, showing great support, understanding that we need to concentrate on the Africa Cup of Nations. So I haven't had time to speak to you guys much. I haven't had time to read out your thoughts and opinions. So we are watching along to the game, but tonight's half stream, half match watch along, if you like, is more about just catching up with you guys. But tomorrow we'll be back to more match watch alongs for proper. But thank you for that, Patty. It's a pleasure to have you with us, mate. And thank you for taking the time to click in. Hope you like what we're about. And please don't judge us just off tonight. As I say, you'll see more of what we're about in the next few days because we're on almost every day. So thank you for that, Patty. Ken is saying, saying a big hello to the new Fandena Patty. Thank you, Ken. Top stuff, mate. Loving the positive vibes. Oh, now Patty's just said something I like. Patty saying, hi, Ken. Awesome. Thank you, Patty. I'm going to like your next comment. I'm very much going to like your next comment. Ken is saying, team, do you support Patty? The Wanderers, get in. Get in. Well said, Patty. Loving it. I'm a big Bolton fan. That's my club, my hometown club. I love all football. But Bolton is my club. That's where I was born, and that's the club I support. So a big hello to you, and welcome to the Fandom community. And hopefully the guys will, I'm sure, give you a positive welcome. Thank you for that, Patty. Great to have another Bolton fan involved in the Fandom community. Top stuff, mate. Thank you for that. Dave is saying comments in a blue box that are intended for Gaz, and so we can all stay here supporting the channel on, and you guys will be able to join. We'll be able to just read out some comments meant for you. We'll chat and carry on. Well, that's a fantastic suggestion, Dave. Thank you very much for that. Comments in blue box. I don't know how do you put comments in a blue box, though? I don't know how you do that. I've never come across that. Does that show it to you guys on my screen? All it shows me is everybody's comments just look the same. Obviously, the only way I can tell them apart is by your logos. But thank you. That's a great suggestion, Dave. Although I'm not sure whether it might be showing a blue box to you guys, but to me, it just shows a white box on everybody's comment. It only highlights it in blue when I click into it. But that's a good idea. That's something to work with, that, Dave. I'll definitely give that some thought. Or maybe we could just abbreviate. If you guys just put, I don't know. We could think of a code word or something like that when you guys are specifically talking to me. But that's a great idea, that, Dave. As I say, I want to read out as many comments from you guys as possible. You know that. But obviously, sometimes you guys are talking amongst yourselves, and it would be a little bit easier when the chat gets really busy. It would be a little bit easier to skip out some of the comments where you guys are just talking amongst yourselves. So that's something to work with, Dave. Thank you for the suggestion, mate. I'll certainly give it some thought. Top man. The Part Sport saying Gaz also supports Bolton. Patty, I certainly do. Thank you for that, Part Sport. Thank you, mate. But all fans are welcome. Fandom is not about my club, as I've stressed a number of times. I am a Bolton fan. I'm very passionate about my club. I love my club. That's where I was born. I'm proud of that. But as I keep stressing on the channel, guys, Fandom is about you guys. It's about fans. It's not about anybody's club in particular, not my club, anybody's club. It's about fans. So thank you for that, Part Sport. Dave is saying a big diary time. Hello to Patty. Welcome to Gaz Madhouse. Thank you for that, Dave. That's different, mate. That's different. Kenny's saying Bolton have a good chance of being promoted. We certainly do, mate. I'm more concerned with the EFL trophy at the minute, though, as we seem to be going far in that. We've got Blackpool next. But yeah, I'm fingers crossed. We can win the league. I think it was Ben, I think earlier today asked me, somebody asked me today, I can't remember now. Somebody asked me today, did I fancy Bolton for the playoffs? I was like, no, forget the playoffs. I want to win the league. Forget the playoffs. Look at where we are. Why would we not want to be believing that we can win the league where we're sat in the league now? Of course, win the league. Don't be thinking about the playoffs. Forget the playoffs. We want automatic promotion, and we want that trophy as well. So, yeah, thank you for that, Ken. Appreciated, mate. But as I say, guys, Bolton chat aside, we are very much a fan channel for all fans. But yeah, thank you for that, Ken. Very kind of you to say, mate. Top man. Jamie is saying, hi, Patty. Welcome to this channel and the Fanden community. Thank you, Jamie. Top stuff, mate. Thank you. Loving the positive vibes from you guys. Patty saying, hi, Jamie. Awesome. Thank you, Patty. Ken is saying, time to call it a day. Thank you for the stream and the good night to all in the fandom. Well, thank you, Ken. Take care, mate. Enjoy the rest of your evening. I hope you get rested up, mate. I hope you manage to get to a game tomorrow, Ken. Fingers crossed. I know the weather's not working well for non-league games at the moment. Ken likes to go to a lot of non-league games, and massive respect to him for showing support to those lower league clubs. So thank you for that, Ken. And yeah, enjoy your day tomorrow. Really hope you get to a game tomorrow, mate. Fingers crossed that you manage to find a game without a frozen pitch. But thank you, Ken. Take care, mate. Best wishes to you. And thank you, as always, for your conversation and contribution into the Fanden community chat. Top man. Thank you, mate. Take care. Patty saying bye, Ben. Awesome. Thank you, Patty. Loving the positive vibes, Patty, right off the bat. Really appreciate the positive vibes as you're new to Fanden. Thank you, mate. Patty saying, see ya. Awesome. Thank you, mate. Ken saying, bye, Patty. Oh, you going as well, Patty? I didn't realise that. Well, thank you, Patty, for dropping in, mate. Take care. Best wishes to you and your family. I hope to see you again sometime. And thank you for getting involved in the Fanden community chat. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Stay safe and well, mate. Thank you for that. Ken is saying, bye, Patty. Awesome. Thank you, Ken. Loving it. Loving the positive vibes from you guys. Top stuff. Coach Zach saying, hi to all of you. Thanks, friends. USA, great and very informative. Keep it going. Thank you very much, Coach Zach. Always a pleasure, mate. Take care and best wishes to you. Hope you have a good night, rest of the evening, mate. Stay safe and well. And thank you. Always a pleasure to see you. Take care, Coach Zach. Dave is saying bye, Ken. Awesome. Thank you, Dave. You guys, absolutely top class. Thank you, Dave. The Part Sport saying bye, Ken. My bro, I'm broski. Thank you, Part Sport. Awesome. So it is full time, guys. Sorry, I've lost focus on the game. It has finished full time. Hull have won it 1-0. So Sunderland fans will be even more unhappy. So that's 2 games in a row they've just lost now. I think they lost obviously to Newcastle the other week. And now losing a big game at home to Hull. That won't go down well with the Sunderland fans, will it? So thank you for that, Part Sport. Part Sport saying, yes, Coach Zach, my G. Awesome. Thank you, Part Sport. Davey saying, Gas, dairy time is my hot chocolate and big bar of Aero. Oh, mate, I love Aero. I like your style. Dave. Thank you for that, mate. Sounds good to me. I do love Aero. It's really nice. Jamie saying, Hull won 1-0. Thank you, Jamie. Thank you, mate. Yeah, sorry, guys. As I say, more focused on catching up with you guys tonight. So my apologies there, but thank you for that, Jamie. Jamie saying, Dave, you on about Ahmad? Dave, you on about Ahmad? He was calling me mad. He was calling me a madhouse. He was saying the madhouse. Welcome to the madhouse. So thank you for that, Jamie. Thank you, mate. David's saying, I mean, if Stevie or someone can somehow highlight the main issue comments, I'm not computer savvy, but I'll look into how to do it. Right. I'm with you, Dave. Yes. Well, well, as I've said to you guys, I don't, without somebody being on camera with me, I don't know how to do that. I know I could probably have somebody sat in the other room doing that, but would need extra technology for that because I don't know I'll have to link in another computer if you get what I mean to do it. But yeah, it's a great suggestion, Dave. I've got ideas like that for the future, but as I've said to you guys, we do need more equipment at the moment. Um, as I've said to you guys, we're going to be using all the Snapchat donations towards more extra equipment. I've invested in quite a lot, guys. I've got a computer that I bought down here specifically for the channel. I've got the sound effects. I bought another. I've got a Chromebook what I paid out for. I've got all sorts of loads of bits and bats, the microphone, you name it. But obviously, as the saying goes, Rome wasn't built in a day. Can you hear my voice, guys? And my voice is a bit croaky. You know, that's through getting excited with the games today. So yeah, but thank you for that, Dave. Great suggestion, mate. I certainly see what you mean now. And as you say, that's a good idea. But at the minute to do that, obviously, I'd need somebody. I don't know. I think we need to work further along so I can invest in the better technology to make it work. I think. But I'm still learning myself about a lot of technology, Dave. So don't worry about it, mate. You're not the only one that's not computer savvy. I'm learning as I go, mate. I'm old school. So I'm having to learn as I go. But thank you for that, Dave. Great suggestion, mate. And Dave saying, Jamie. Right. What you on? Is that what you're on about, man? I think from Jamie. I'm not sure. Part Sport is saying, hopefully, Part Sport comes back. Oh, hopefully Patty comes back. Sorry. Yeah, hopefully. Thank you for that, Part Sport. Yeah. Yeah, that'd be nice if Patty came back, but hopefully we keep chipping away, guys. The more we're on, the more that we're on live streams, as you guys know, doing plenty of live streams. So the more we're on here, the more fans can find us. It's just about obviously getting the look that we come up in their feed in the play that with people that are actually interested. So guys, you got any? Let me know if you got any more further comments or thoughts you want to share. We were having some UK football tomorrow anyway, because obviously it's back to Saturday tomorrow. I've got to work out now in a moment how I'm going to approach these games because a lot of games tomorrow, and obviously we want to cover some UK football. But we also want to see if we can still keep doing some of the African nations, see if we can squeeze one game in tomorrow. But and I think it's going to be difficult because they're all overlapping each other. So we'll have to see. I'll work that one out shortly when I'm finished. So yeah. But thank you for that part, Sport. Yeah, fingers crossed, mate. So what do you guys think of that game? Where does that leave Hull? Let's have a quick look. I'm not sure I've got the table here. Oh, there we go. Yeah, we've got the table. There's the table. Let's have a look. So, oh, there's the top of the championship table, guys. That result pushes Hull above Sunderland. So they move up to sixth position on 42 points. And Sunderland in eighth at the moment on 40 points. But obviously, once more teams play tomorrow, chances are Sunderland could drop further down. Whoa, they could actually drop down quite a bit there looking at that if they don't. If Watford, Middlesbrough, Norwich, Preston, and even Cardiff. So 1, 2, 3, 5, 5 teams could, at least 4 or 5 teams could leapfrog above Sunderland tomorrow. That's interesting. So Sunderland at the moment in 8th, but tomorrow that could make a lot worse reading because they could drop down as far as, where did I just work that out at now? So they could drop down as far as 12th or 13th if they lose tomorrow. So they could drop down to 12th or 13th. That's interesting, guys. Dave is saying, yeah, Part Sport, she's new and will be back. Well, thank you for that, Dave. Well, if hopefully if she is, I'm not sure if it is a he or a she. I'm not sure. Patty, I think it is a female football fan, that Patty. But thank you for that, Dave. Fingers crossed. Yep, be great to have her back if she comes back and gets involved again, mate. Thank you for that, Dave. So yeah, thank you for that. Right, guys, I'm going to wrap it up, and I'm going to go and get working on tomorrow's. Going to have a coffee. Well, I'm going to have a cup of tea. I think it's a bit late for coffee now, but yeah, going to have a cup of tea. I think, and then get preparing for tomorrow. As we've got more games tomorrow, with loads of games going on tomorrow. Absolute bucket loads tomorrow. Only 2 games in the Premier League tomorrow, though, as that crazy winter break idea is still in effect. So yeah, loads of games tomorrow. All the Championship playing tomorrow. All League One, League Two, and the Scottish Cup also tomorrow. Let's have a look. I know I forgot to read that out tonight, guys. Let's have a quick look what's happened in the Scottish Cup. There was another couple of games tonight, wasn't there? So let's have a quick look. Obviously, it finished. Sunderland. Oh, that needs refreshing. Come on. Sunderland losing 1-0 to Hull. Leicester ladies lost to Aston Villa ladies tonight, guys. That full-time result. Aston Villa ladies winning 1-0 against Leicester City ladies. If you missed the Africa Cup of Nations, guys, Cape Verde winning 3-0 against Mozambique earlier on today. Senegal winning 3-1 against Cameroon, and Guyana have won 1-0 against Gambia. Asia Cup games, guys. Hong Kong losing 1-0 to Iran. Iraq winning 2-1 against Japan. Vietnam have lost 1-0 to Indonesia. English League Two games. Salford City was supposed to play Colchester United tonight, but the game was postponed because of a frozen pitch. One game to tell you about in the Scottish Cup, guys. Clyde have lost 2-0 to Aberdeen in the Scottish Cup 4th round. So Clyde 0, Aberdeen 2. A game in the Northern Irish Premiership was supposed to be played tonight. Glenvaughan vs Glentown. And that game has also been postponed, I'm presuming, because of the weather. So, yeah, that brings you up to date around the grounds, guys. Let's go back to the chat. Part Sport saying bye, Gaz, and everyone. Thank you, Part Sport. Take care, mate. Enjoy what's left of your Friday evening. Stay safe and well. And best wishes to you and your family, mate. And hope you enjoy the rest of your evening and have a good weekend. Top stuff. Thank you, Part Sport. Thank you, mate. Dave is saying thanks, Gaz, and all. Thank you, Dave. Enjoy the rest of your evening, mate. Hope you have a top weekend. And thank you, as always, for your contribution to the community chat, Fandom community chat. And yep, take care, mate. Hope you have enjoyed what's left of your Friday evening. Cheers, Dave, and thank you, Part Sport. So yep, I'm going to jump off, go and get ready, go and get the thumbnails and stuff made for tomorrow. So that's it from me for now, guys. Thank you again for all your top contributions this week with the chat. And as I say, if you do get a chance, guys, once I'm finished with the stream, just go back to the beginning and watch the first 2 or 3 minutes. And you guys can see what we've achieved this week as I was expressing it right at the start of the stream. So thank you, guys. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Stay safe and well out there. And I look forward to enjoying more footy chat with you guys very soon. All the best. See you soon.